Just a few moments ago as the Pittsburgh faithful were fired up by the hometown Steelers taking the field. They're all set as they'll match up with the Kansas City Chiefs. The children will groan. It's the final week. Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Hey, let's make it a long game. Hurry up, let's go.
On second down, Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Hot, 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 hot. Set, baby. Good job.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Everyone's got Porter. Hey, check back 45. Check back. Whirl. Look, there's that.
They snap it at 1. Now it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And that one results in 35 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 34. Now a 1st down carry by Bell. Pretty nice, aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Again, it's Bell. And some room to maneuver. And down inside the 15 he goes. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
A first opportunity for the Steelers in the red zone. They have a 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line. And now whistles and a flag. And I think we got a jump here. And a movement there coming from the middle of the line.
And you understand he wants to get off the ball quickly, but the ball's right in front of him. He has to watch it move first.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. After the penalty, it's Bell. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. And just a yard on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 4.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
8.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. This is caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
They're going to run this with a tight end. Pushing and fighting his way in for a Steeler touchdown. Jesse James, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers have taken a first-quarter lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And that makes the score 7-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Mahomes now on 1st down. Caught, Kelsey, left side. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there was a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
Yeah, that was a good start. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt, the former Notre Dame man. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Mahomes to throw on 2nd down. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. He is going to find Hill here. And a nice gain of 21 yards.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So he got free of 1 tackle but couldn't do a whole lot else. The tackle made by Derek Rivers.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, here's Mahomes. Out to the flat, that's complete to his running back. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Their confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. On the left hash, officially, it's called a 51-yard attempt. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Would have been a decently long field goal, 51 yards from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They'll run for it with West. And he is going absolutely nowhere, in the wrong direction. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop. So good field position for the Steelers as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. And he connects with Vance McDonald. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. It's a Pittsburgh 1st down, a gain of 13.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a 1st down.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? A little eager there coming in from his outside linebacker position.
You think the hard count got him there?
Yes.
Maybe that extra that extra emphasis on it got him to jump, and they picked up 5 yards.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Back with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's Steeler football to begin quarter number 2. They're looking at a 2nd and short yardage to start things out.
All right, let's go get it now, all right? Tight end right. Tight end's right. Go.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Throw left side complete. That's Bell. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Le'Veon Bell, his 1st touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Steelers find a way to stretch their lead. Boswell good with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. A strong running. And another tackle broken. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the 1st half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Dancing to his left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Mahomes now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. Room past the 20. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. 25 yards the pickup there, and also a first down. But Charles, Le'Veon Bell, 26 going on 27, and the shelf life of these NFL running backs seems to be getting shorter and shorter. How long can he go at this torrid pace?
Usually we say 30 is kind of the line of demarcation for a running back. But Le'Veon Bell played all 16 games in 2017, takes great care of himself off the field. I think he's got a chance to break through that 30-year-old mark, and in a big way.
Now a play fake here on first down. And the Chiefs are going to get him.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things that's gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down.
Snickers, you got to spin. Monday.
On second down, here's Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Justin Houston in there to get him, and this pass rush strong now. That's sacks on back-to-back plays. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. He's going to let this one go deep. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. He got 29 yards that time. A first trip to the red zone for KC. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Hunt gets it on the draw from Mahomes, and he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 9 on the play, and that'll bring up 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So they do get 3 points, but that's now 3 drives with only the 3 points, not a ratio that's going to win you many ball games.
Not at all, Brandon. And think about it this way. We all know payoff is the key, right? And wouldn't we love to have the concession on every T-shirt that's been printed in football that says finish on it? Because that's the mantra everywhere. Got to be able to finish drives, put points on the board.
And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
Let's go.
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack the seam. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 39-yard line. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Allen Bailey in on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Yeah, baby. Yeah, baby.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to Heinz Field after this.
Hurry up, let's go. Kings.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on 2nd down. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. And he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
On 3rd down, Roethlisberger. Going for the deep ball. And he can't come up with a pick. Nearly his 2nd of the game. Instead, 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
The Chiefs offense now making their way back onto the field. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about
Toe
that.
bashed it.
Super toe.
36.
They go play action here on 1st down. He's going to look deep for Watkins. So they took a shot on 1st down but couldn't connect.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
We got three, fellas. We got 3. Black 58 rail. Black 58 rail.
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. Oh, he's got a man wide open. Complete. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Mahomes now on first down. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they will finally get to him, but a great return has set him up first and goal at the 5. Not that time for Watkins. And that pick just sets him up beautifully right down near the goal line.
I remember being in a defensive meeting back when I was in college, and our defensive coordinator says, we're going to call this Be Who You Are defense. D linemen, you play the run. Linebackers, be aware of anything. And secondary, you play the pass. That way, you're all set, ready for whatever they put out there.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be second and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
Second and goal from inside the 5. He's going to get it running right. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain on the play there. They're going to need to come up with something better here on third and goal. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. And the Steelers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is third and goal. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers are going to add on to their lead. Extra point put through by Boswell. And the lead is up to 18 now. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. Shifts by him. And he'll take this across the 25. Couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there. They may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. So we reach halftime here in the Steel City with the Steelers on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman and our coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Here comes the Chiefs offensive unit as they'll have it to begin quarter number 3. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And Hill with it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Mahomes now 12 of 15 throwing the ball, 80% so far, and it's 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. On the move to his left. It's Kelsey on the ground. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. Going deep here for Watkins. And they went for a big play through the air on second down. Couldn't connect. Now it's third.
I'm going to need some help with this one. How did he miss him? Wide open in the end zone. He's not hurried. He's not hit. And somehow, incomplete?
Yeah.
What happened?
During film study, that's one where he's just going to shake his head, not be able to believe it.
6 points go by the wayside on that one.
Now here's Mahomes. He's going to dump this off to his running back, Hunt. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
So following the holding call, what can they do here on 3rd and long? From midfield, here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. And the Chiefs' new starter, Patrick Mahomes, with his first NFL touchdown pass. Early on, you hit on it, needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Point after, right down the middle. And it makes the score 21-10. Butker now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Steelers offense now to get set for their first possession of half number 2. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think,
now Bell hit. He lost the football.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. A fake to Bell. Now it's Roethlisberger. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll pitch it out to Bell. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Any team that successfully runs a toss play cannot do it with an offensive line that can't move. You've got to have mobile players, especially those tackles, who can move laterally and seal the edge in order for the back to get upfield.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And that's going to be incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. 2nd and 10 now. It's Roethlisberger. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Roethlisberger. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Jordan Berry now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And it's taken in at the 9. 12 yards on the return that time. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. And now here comes Kansas City. They come in off a touchdown drive the last time they had the ball that cut down that lead. Now the defense has done their part, got them the football back.
Momentum started to shift a little bit when they scored the touchdown. It increased when the defense got them the ball back. Momentum definitely in their favor. Now they got to keep things cranking, keep it on high so they can keep cutting into that lead.
Steps away to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Mahomes looks to throw on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Steeler touchdown. Boswell for the extra point. Boswell good with the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. And now here comes Kansas City. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Now Mahomes to try again after the pick six. And going deep for Hill. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
But I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Get him right back in the saddle and say, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes going to hand it off to Hunt. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. It's big Vince Williams who made the tackle.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Now Mahomes. And it's complete to Kelsey. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Over the middle, he's got Watkins. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. That first down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Now Mahomes throwing on 2nd down. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. 3 for 7 so far in this game. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Now it's Mahomes again. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. The Chiefs have got the passing game rolling a bit, and another 1st down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes that's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense.
On 1st down, Mahomes. He's got the hook up with Conley. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Mahomes to throw once more. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down. The Chiefs on 3rd down. They're at 50%, 4 for 8. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1.
Black 58 rail! Black 58 rail! He's cracking. He's checking crack.
And again, it's Mahomes. And he finds Jason Morrow. And he picks up the 1st down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another 1st down on the pickup of 5 yards. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10. And he's hit on his last 7 straight passes. They'll roll him out right. Powering his way forward. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be second down. It's second and goal, back to the 8-yard line now. Mahomes to throw on second down. This will be caught at about the 6. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now gives a much better opportunity to convert on third down.
Here's Mahomes, third and goal. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden a secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
They come out here in the eye. Now Mahomes got to have this one, and it is incomplete. They're turned away on fourth and goal, and the Steeler D will celebrate the goal line stand. So they've gone for it twice now on fourth down in this game, and both times unsuccessful.
I wish we could hear the headsets now between the head coach and the offensive coordinator. Now that they're 0 for 2, if they get into a third situation, head coach might say, hey, you got anything for this one? Might get radio silence back.
Look at this, a tight end carry. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
We got 3, fellas. We got 3. Dash, go.
On second down, it's Bell. And a nice pickup as this one gets him to the 10-yard line. Call it an 8-yard gain, much better shape now on third and just a yard.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. And I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And they're going to get the first down here across the 15-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Let's go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Dorian O'Daniel, third-round pick in 2018, made the tackle.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And he's taken down, a Chiefs sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger.
Jack 16. Black is
gun, it's Roethlisberger. And got his man complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. That goes as a gain of 36 on third down.
Snickers, you got to spin. Black and flag.
Now a play fake here on first down. Man open right side, it's Rodgers. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomped down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. So now first and 10 in Chiefs territory, right at the 40. They'll go back to the ground with Bell. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this.
Let's go. Kings. Check 45. Quarter.
Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
The Steelers on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is third down and 12.
Jack 16.
From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. This one from 48 yards away. And Boswell's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Chiefs on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
He wasn't the primary target, but I think it was almost like a check-down situation, wasn't it?
Yeah, like hoping he can break some tackles, a big tight end, but he couldn't do it.
Yeah, get it to that big frame and hope he could scatter some bodies, unable to get it done.
They run for it with Hunt. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on fourth. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10. Mahomes will try again on second down. And he comes back with one complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield across the 45. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down. On first and 10, here's Mahomes. He'll leave it for Hunt, complete. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It's a 9-yard pickup on the play, and that'll make it second and short.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field. This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Mahomes now on first down. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off inside the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it second and 4. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.